It is time to continue our NCAA football win total series, and we continue in the Mountain West with San Diego State. San Diego State is in transition. The Brady Hoke era is over there, and Brady Hoke really changed San Diego State football. We go back to 1980. They made 3 bowl games from 1980 to 2009. 2009 was the first year of Brady Hoke. He went 4-8, but then would go 9-4 the next year, win the Poinsettia Bowl, and then go to Michigan. He would hand off his job to Rocky Long, his handpicked successor, and Rocky Long was amazing. He would go, 8-5, 9-4, 8-5, 7-6, 11-3, 11-3, 10-3, 7-6, and then 10-3 his last year. He made bowl games every single year, and then he retired. Well, in there, Brady Hoke got fired from Michigan, bounced around, joined the San Diego State staff, and became the head coach again in 2020. Hoke went 4-4 that year, 12-2 in 2021, 7-6 in 2022. Last year, he announced he was going to retire at the end of the year and went just 4-8. And Sean Lewis will be taking over. But we look back at last year, they started 2-0. They beat Ohio to start the year. They beat Idaho State and then lost 4 straight games to UCLA, Oregon State, Boise State, and Air Force. They went to Hawaii and won on the island. Then they lost 6-0 to Nevada, lost to Utah State in double overtime, lost at Colorado State by 3, lost to San Jose State by 11, and then went in the season with a win over Fresno State. But now it's the Sean Lewis era. Sean Lewis is the former Kent State head coach. He did a lot of great things there. Went to Colorado as the offensive coordinator and took just about everyone with him, and then left there after 1 year. Sean Lewis is going to change this program, though. They no longer going to be a ground and pound program. This is a quick-paced, fast offense that Sean Lewis runs. He actually took Ryan Lindley, the offensive coordinator, and demoted him to senior offensive analyst so he can run the offense. And we look at the offense, and first of all, it's got to start with quarterback. Quarterback for Sean Lewis has to be a good decision maker and an accurate passer. Florida State's A.J. Duffy's going to get the first shot at the job. He comes in from FSU. They also have Danny O'Neal, who should get a look. He's a top recruit. Both of them can run the ball. Both of them can move the offense fast, so that should be good. They've got a great receiver in Mekhi Shaw. Then they bring in Deshaun Polk from West Virginia, Lewis Brown IV from Colorado State, and tight end Jude Wolfe from USC. Marquez Cooper joins the mix at San Diego State in the backfield. He has 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons. His first 2 were at Kent State under Sean Lewis. Last year, he was at Ball State. Biggest worry on offense is going to be the offensive line. They lost their offensive guard, Cade Bennett. Lost both offensive tackles. The only returning starter is right guard Miles Morales. There's no depth, and they've got to be able to move. They can't rotate because of a lack of depth. If they can keep the offensive line healthy and keep moving, the offense should be all right. Defense could be an issue. Sean Lewis is not known as a good defensive guy. I mean, back when they were 121st in 2019, 2021, they were 134th in defense. Kent State's defenses were never good, but he has a good amount of talent. We start at linebacker. They did lose their top 2 linebackers, but Cody Moon is back. He's a quality one. They bring in Central Michigan transfer Kyle Moretti. Those 2 are good, solid linebackers. They had an okay defensive line. Secondary is a major concern. They lost Ed Malone to Oklahoma. They've lost Marcus Radcliffe to Texas A&M. They bring in a Northern Iowa transfer to try to fill the holes. Definitely some worries about defense. San Diego State's going to have to transform from a ground and pound team to a high-tempo team without a defense this year, essentially. And that, I think, is going to be tough. We look at their schedule. They open August 29th against Sacramento State. They should get a win there. They open August 31st against Texas A&M Commerce. And that should be a win there. September 7th will probably be a loss against Oregon State. Then they go to Cal and probably another loss. They hit the bye before going to Central Michigan. That should be a toss-up. Then they face Hawaii at home. That should be a win. October 12th, they go to Wyoming. Probably a loss before another bye. Washington State comes to town the 26th. Not sure how Washington State's going to look. We'll put that in the toss-up category. They go November 2nd to Boise State. That will be a loss. They should win against New Mexico November 9th, but then they have to go to UNLV, go to Utah State. The only reason I put Utah State in a toss-up is they just had to fire their head coach. Maybe they get a win there. And then November 30th, they're home against Air Force, which should be a pretty good squad this year. We look at the win total, it's sitting at 5.5 everywhere. When I count it up, I get to 5 wins. That's the only place I end up. So we're going to go ahead and take the under on that. We're going to take under 5.5. Minus 120 is the best line hanging out at FanDuel. If you like the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Definitely share this. Follow us on all our social media channels, and we'll see you next time.